I melt when it comes to that's just me. That's just me. That is just what I want. No. That just will not work. Hi, wonderful people, and welcome back to my channel, Book Craves. I'm Giselle. How are you going? What's up? What's the scene? So, listen. So, I've been meaning to do this video for a while. I have expressed my favorite tropes on another platform multiple times, and I'm like, you know what? It's time for you to get to know me. Time for you to get to know the type of books that I like, the type of books that I gravitate to, books that just, I don't know, there's just something about certain tropes, about particular tropes, and the way that it's used in a story that would have me screaming and jumping while reading that book. And these tropes, sometimes they got me, sometimes I become too emotionally involved, but that's okay. These are my top 10 favorite tropes that I enjoy reading in a romance book. Now, mind you, it can be any type of these romance books. So if it's like a contemporary romance, a historical romance, an erotica, new adult, young adult, paranormal, fantasy, I'm all there for those subgenres of romance books. But you see, when you mix in these tropes, you see when an author use these tropes in a particular way, in an interesting way, in a clever way, it gets me hooked. Like, it totally makes the book unputdownable. It makes me want to consume this book. It makes me devour that story. That's what we're talking about. You see these tropes? You see these tropes? These tropes will have me staying up until whatever hour o'clock, even though I know I have to reach the book for 7 a.m. I can't help myself. I can't help myself once it's done right. Any one of these, it makes my heart race. It makes me happy when I know one of these tropes are in the story. Was here if there's multiple tropes? Hello? Multiple tropes? Grumpy Sunshine. I don't talk about this particular one too much on my channel, but I do love a Grumpy Sunshine, especially when the hero is the grumpy one and the female or the heroine, she is the sunshine. She comes into his life just bursting with all this happiness, and he's just angry, upset. Something is wrong with him. Probably has some type of past trauma or whatnot, but I will love this book. I will enjoy the story so much. I will put up some pictures of some of these tropes in books that I absolutely love. But a Grumpy Sunshine, here's why I like it, right? Here's the nitty-gritty of why I like it. I just love when she's able to convert that individual. I love when she's able to heal that individual. I just love it when his barriers, it just crumbles and it falls away. Just give me that. Just give me that. And I would love it, love it, love it. One that I talk about a lot on my channel is a second chance at love. Now, who don't love a second chance? Who don't enjoy a book where the hero, he probably messed up in the past, the heroine, she probably ran away, and then they have this encounter and they're able to heal, but I don't like when it happens too quickly. I must see some type of anger or angst coming off of the pages before they get back together. If they get back together immediately, no, that just will not work. There must be that tug of war, and once they, hash that out, it's just beautiful. Regardless of what the issue might be, whether it's race or social status or, some type of miscommunication, some type of accident, whatever it is, once they don't immediately get back together, now this is not going to be a surprise. Give me an anti-hero. Give me an anti-hero in any type of romance mixed with any type of other trope. I'll melt. Who doesn't enjoy reading a book with a good villain, especially if he's grumpy, especially if there's some type of traumatic past. An anti-hero can be combined with any one of these tropes that I'm talking about, any one of these other tropes that I'm talking about, and I'll read it. I absolutely love a bad boy. That's just me. That's just me. That is just what I want. Give that to me and I'll read it. Okay, so this one isn't a surprise as well. Enemies to lovers. That speaks for itself, especially when there's like some type of bullying involved with it, especially if there's like a forced relationship. Oh man, we love it. If you don't love it, I don't know about you. And enemies to lovers does it to me every single time. Absolutely one of my favorites. It is one of the most common tropes used in books. Like, it's not new whatsoever, but I love a contemporary, a historical, and some type of paranormal. Give me those romances and use that enemies to lovers trope. Young adults, yes. New adults, hello. Okay, just give it to me and everything. Okay, and I'll read it. I love soulmates, but listen, there's just something about soulmates where people are destined to be together. It's just inevitable that they are together and that they stay together, especially when they start off as enemies. Give that soulmate to me and I'll read it. That fated mates. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. That fated mate, that soulmate, it just makes you continue to believe in love. It just makes you believe that there's just that one person out there meant for you. And then when you find that one person out of billions, something just clicks and it's like, listen, I love that in paranormals. Sorry, shifters, yes. You see the smirk? I melt when it comes to a forbidden love. I don't care about all the shenanigans and the dramas. Yes, I need that in the story, but I am a sucker for a forbidden love. When two people know that they shouldn't be together and they fight the odds and stay together, when they have to go through trials and tribulations, whether or not it's cultural or race or whatever might be separating them, any type of social norms, when they break those barriers, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't know how much I love a forbidden love romance, regardless of whatever subgenre it's mixed with, it's written with. Yep. Some people might find this weird, but I absolutely enjoy reading a book where the hero has some type of dark secret, some type of tortured past, some type of trauma, some type of emotional scars. You see, when a hero has those things, it makes them a particular way, and it takes a special type of someone to get him to heal from those scars, to get him to heal from that past trauma. And I love that. I love when there's healing in a book. When a heroine is able to open up his eyes and give him exactly what he needs to help him to heal and to move on from that type of scar. I live for that. And I think that's why I love an anti-hero so much. So much. Because sometimes there's just something, not all the time. Sometimes they're just some things that happen in their past that shaped and mold them into who they are present. And it takes a particular individual to. Now, I don't talk about this one a lot on my channel. I don't do a lot of book recommendations with this next trope. Rags to riches. Who doesn't want to inherit money? Who doesn't want to go from living a life of poverty, living a life of just hell, to having money, to be able to live with comfort? Oh my goodness. especially when that person end up with maybe a billionaire or some type of celebrity. Oh my goodness. Especially when they appreciate where they came from and their past and what they went through. When they get to that point where they're comfortable and have money, it is glorious. So yeah, rags to riches, yummy. This trope I love in a mafia romance. Most of the mafia romance that I read, it is with an arranged marriage. I love reading books with that trope. I just love it, okay? There's just something where that relationship is forced. The heroine may not know about it. The hero may, or she's just sold, like if she's cattle or whatever. And she falls in love with that person. But as she's falling in love with that person, the hero is also falling in love with her. And there's absolutely nothing he can do, especially when he starts to become protective of her. An arranged marriage is a hell yes for me. Marriage of convenience is another trope that I love. Some people like to have them together, but I see them as totally different. An arranged marriage is one where you don't really have a choice. It's forced upon you, right? Whereas a marriage of convenience, you and that person know that you are going to get married. There's certain benefits that you'll want from this marriage. You're all coming together for a purpose. But here's why I like it. Because yes, it might be a business proposition or whatever, but feelings, you can't deny feelings. Feelings will come into play regardless of how you deny it. Even if you put it into your marriage contract, somebody's going to catch feelings. Might be both, might be one, and then eventually the second one. But a marriage of convenience is magical. Magical. And it happens all the time. I actually want to do a recommendation video for this next trope. A brother's best friend. I love it. I love it. I do. There's just something about a heroine falling for her brother's best friend. She probably had a crush on him. They probably, a childhood crush, teenage crush, and then boom, she finds out that he also has feelings, right? Or he probably didn't have feelings at all because, listen, this is my best friend's younger sister. But then he eventually catch feelings. And that is what I like. Where he unexpectedly falls for her or didn't even realize that he liked her until he see this, ugly duckling that turned into a swan. Hell, give it to me. Especially when he tries to deny his feelings. Don't do that. Why are you trying to deny it? You know you love it. He knows he loves it. So why are you trying to deny it? So give me a brother's best friends. Oh, goodness, Lord. The story's just so juicy. And I'm all for juicy stories. Okay? So these are my favorite, absolute favorite tropes. I might read other tropes in between, but you see these? You see these 10? These 10 I will run for. These 10 will make me spend my coins to buy an author's book. I'm just saying it. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this video, okay, give it a thumbs up. Share it if you want to. And go and follow me on my other platforms. Get to know me a bit more, okay? So look out until I post another one.